Greetings to all. I am Praveen Kumar. I am working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science Engineering in Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology. Now we are going to see about entity relationship in DBMS. So in this concept, we are going to see the following terms one by one. First one is how to draw the ER diagram and convert the ER diagram into table. Before go to the topic, we should know about the basic things of DBMS. First of all, what is DBMS? DBMS is the collection of related data which is used to manipulate the data in the database. So this is called collection of related data, purpose for manipulation of data in the database. Collection of data are maintaining in the database in the way of table manner. So in this format data are organized. Then manipulation means make, update, delete, drop. So this kind of operations can do by using the manipulation. Next, the different data modules are using in the DBMS. First one is the hierarchical model, next one is graph based model, third one is relational model, and fourth one is object oriented database management system model, and last one is unstructured data model. The first one is in the hierarchical structure, that root node is we have to consider. So based on the root node, other childs will be mingled with that. Next one is networking model. Networking model, the data are organized in a graph based manner, and relational model, data are organized in a table manner. In the object oriented models, data are considered as objects. Based on the object, we can access the data items. Last one is unstructured data. Unstructured data is using in the format of key value pair. The next one is what is query. Query is a request to retrieve the information from the database, that is called query. Different types of query languages using in the DBMS. Those query languages are DDL, data definition language, DML, data manipulation language, DCL, data control language, and last one is TCL, transaction control language. We can easily remember it by using the short words. For example, DML, we can use the word UIDS. So U that refer the update, and I refer the insert, D refer the delete, and S refer the select. So in this way we can easily remember it. And DDL means is the data definition language, create, alter, drop, truncate, and rename. So this kind of operations can do under the DDL. Then DCL, data control language. So grant and revoke both operation can do in the DCL. And TCL, transaction control language, we can do commit, rollback, and save point. Now we see how to represent data in the DBMS. Data are represented in the way of tables. Table is called as relation in the DBMS. So this is the table. So tables are organized in a rows and column manner. Rows are called tuple, columns are called as attribute or field. So this is called primary key. So because it's the customer ID is the unique one. So based on the customer ID, we can identify the particular table data. Next, so what is domain? Domain in the sense, it refers the collection of values for the particular column. So if we consider the customer name domain, so in this domain, these values we have to consider as a domain for the particular field customer name. The next one is degree. What is degree? Degree means total number of column we are used in the table. So that is called degree. Degree means total number of column is called as degree. Row is called as tuple, column is called as attribute. Next one is domain. Domain is represent the collection of values for the particular field, and degree means is the total number of column is called as degree. Attributes already we know. ER diagram is the entity relationship diagram. It is called as ER model. ER model is the blueprint for organizing and visualizing the database structure. In this ER diagram, after that convert into the table. When you create the ER diagram, there is no technical knowledge is needed. In this ER diagram for visualizing the data in a logical manner. That is represented here. So, this is the representation of ER diagram. So, now we see how to represent the ER model. ER model is represented by entity, attributes and relationship. In the entity, two type of entities are mentioned. First one is strong entity and weak entity. Attributes, key attributes, composite attributes, multi-valued attributes, derived attributes. These all are the attributes used under the attribute. And the relationship, one to one relation, one to many relation, many to one relation, many to many relation. So, in this relationship we can use in the ER model. Now, we see how to draw the symbol for ER model. First one is entity. So, this is called entity, entity represented by rectangle symbol, and this is called attribute. Attribute represented by a ellipse. This is represented by a relations or relationship. So, based on the symbol we can create a ER model. For example, employee is working in a company. How can we draw the ER model? So, employee is the entity, is working, right. So, work is the relationship, is a company. So, entity are represented here, employee and company, works is the relationship. So, in this way we can represent the ER model. This is called weak entity. Then attributes. This is called key attribute. This is called composite attribute. This is called multi-valued attribute. Dash relief is called as derived attribute. So, in this way we can represent the attribute. This is called key attribute. Normally we represent the primary key in this way. This is called composite attribute. Composite attribute in the sense, for example, if we consider the name. So, in this name we can represent first name and last name. So, this is called composite attributes. Next one is multi-valued attributes. A attribute is having more than one value, that is called multi-valued attributes. Example, phone number or email ID, because a person is possible to having more number of more number of email ID. Derived attributes in the sense, best example is the age. Age is calculated from the date of birth. So, that is called derived attribute. So, these are the symbols only used to draw the ER diagram. Now we draw the ER diagram based on the given constraint. First one is instructor teach courses. Okay, so here instructors and the courses are entity, teach is the relationship. So now we draw it. Instructors teach. So teach is represented by a relation and courses is also represented by a entity. Next one is students registers for courses. So courses is already available, no need to create another same entity. So courses register is the relation here. So here we have to draw the relation is the register, then we have to create the another entity that is called students. So students register courses, then courses are allocated to classroom. So courses is already available, so no need to create again. Courses are allocated classroom. So here we represent allocate in the classroom. Then next, instructors guide students. So student is already there and instructors also there, right? So we can easily connect by using guide. Guide is the relation. So based on the relations we can connect the student and instructor. So instructor guide to the students. So in this way we can easily draw the ER diagram. Now we have some notes also given. So instructors are having instruction ID, name, age. So here instructors is the entity. So these all are the attributes, instructor ID, name, age. So instructor ID may be as a primary key. So how we draw it? So here we have to draw it instructor ID, the next one is name and last one is age. Okay. Then in the students are having student name, student ID and student department. But student entity we have to represent the student name, then student ID, then we have to represent student department. So in this way we have to draw the diagram for the given constraint. Next one is how to convert the ER diagram into relational model. So we have to follow the following rules. So entity means, so we have to create the table. Next, single value attributes means we have to create the column field, and key value attribute means, so that is called primary key, and composite attributes means is the components of columns or multiple columns we have to create under a parent. And multi-valued attributes means we have to separate the particular relation with key attribute. Next one is if derived attributes came means, so we have to eliminate that. The next one is conversion of entity into table. So this is entity. So entity is considered as a table name. Okay. Then what are the columns we have to consider here? So employee number, employee name and salary. Employee number, employee name and salary. So these all are the field or attributes or column. So here employee number is considered as primary key because it is denoted by a underline. So this is the table. So in this table is converted from the ER diagram. The next one is conversion of composite attributes. When we convert the ER diagram into table, composite attributes occur. We have to eliminate the parent attributes of the composite attributes. So here employee is the table name. For the employee, we have to create the table, that is employee number, employee name, basic, DA and HRA. So in this way we have to create the column. So salary is eliminated here because this is composite attribute. Next one is conversion of multi-valued attributes into table. We convert ER diagram into table. Multi-valued attributes occur means we have to convert into separate table with a key attribute. Key attribute in the sense nothing is the primary key. So in the employee table we have to consider the attributes of employee number and employee name only, and employee phone, another one new relation we have to create, then we have to write the table. So emp number is the primary key, should be ordered here, then phone number. So in this way we have to convert the relation into table. The next one is weak entity. Weak entity occur means the primary attribute of strong entity should be an attributes of the weak entity relation. So this is called weak entity. Weak entity represented by double rectangle symbol. So weak entity occur means the primary key of strong entity should be mentioned in the weak entity. So here the strong entity is the employee. So E number is the primary key of the employee. So E number should be added with the weak entity. So how can we draw the table? So dependent is the table name. So in this table name we have to draw the table like that. Relation, name, age and E number. So in this way we have to create the diagram, because the employee number should be added to the weak entity, then the weak entity will become stronger. And also create the strong entity table. In this strong entity having E number and E name. Okay, so that's all. The next one is one-to-one relation. So this managers manage department. Okay, so in this, suppose in this condition occur, what we do? The primary key of either entity become an attribute of other relations. Primary key of department entity should be an attributes of the manager table, or primary key of manager table will be an attributes of the department table. Department name or so here in this manager table the name department name is represented here, and in the department table the employee primary key is represented here. So in this way we will create the table. One to many relationship or many to one relationship. So in this constraint the any one entity primary key should be represented to in the other entity. So that is called one to many relationship. So if we consider the teacher table, teacher ID and teacher name is mentioned here, right? So in this table primary key should be assigned to the another one table. Consider the subject table, subject ID and subject name, and this primary key should be assigned to another table during the time of one to many relations. Then many to many relationship, both table primary key also consider as a new table. Here consider as a student table. So we can draw the student ID and student name. When we consider the course table, course ID, course name, and new relation we have to create between student and course. So how do you create means student ID and course ID for the many to many relation. I hope you can understand how to draw the ER diagram and convert from ER diagram into table. Thank you.